Hey guys, I just wanted to have a little quickie with you guys today, little cheeky one. Basically, I just finally got around to installing a couple of key tools from Kilohearts, which I've been putting off for a while, and that is the filter table and the what's the other one? The shaper table, right? Which are two plugins I've only recently installed, and they're excellent. And I just wanted to share a cool way in how I've used them to create some nice variation into a bass line, for example. Yeah, I've had the opportunity to install these plugins for a while. I knew that they would be good, but do you ever feel like so lazy that you just like you can't be bothered with the installation process, or like the re-updating and then the re-downloading and then the installing and then putting in the password, and it takes probably like 3 minutes, but sometimes I'm just like, oh, do I have to do that now? Like, can't I just make music with what I've already got? And so I just put it off for so long. And I was like, okay, I finally need to get these two plugins installed. And so we're basically going to turn this bass line, which sounds like this, with some really quick and easy processing, to sound then like this. So I've literally spent 3 or 4 minutes just to create a new variation using these two plugins. I'm going to show you how I did it, but I mean, you can try it in your own way and you'll probably get even better results. I was very, very rushed. I just wanted to have a quick little go with the plugins, to be honest. But here's the original bass. It's one that I made in Current on my newest preset pack, Current Dimension, Delay of Ages it's called. But now we're going to polyamorously team up the plugins from Kilohearts with the ones from Minimal Audio, so getting the best of both worlds. So I'm going to do all the post-processing with Kilohearts. And so first what I did was to just bounce out the file. I love to move to audio straight away, so I'm bouncing around like a Duracell bunny usually in Logic. I'm like that, and Current's gone. My CPU's like, I can breathe. I can fly. Yeah, so I'll go straight out of it. I'll get rid of it straight away, If you need to make changes, do it again in your next song. All right? 2025, come on, guys. We got to go. We got to go forward, forward, forward. Never look back. Never look back. If you've messed it up, it's your fault. All right? Take responsibility for your incorrect sequencing and sound designing. All right? Anyway, so basically what I did was, once I bounced it out, I thought I'd have basically 4 different versions with different filter shapes, right? So I've got like the one here in the middle. This is the sound without any filtering on, and then I thought I'd just chop some random parts onto new channels, and on each one I've placed a new filter. So I've just gone through the filter table presets. They've got some excellent shapes, and yeah, I just find a cool cutoff position, play with the resonance in the mix, sometimes at 100% mix, sometimes less. And so this one's sort of a nice low pass-y kind of feeling. So the sort of normal one's like flat, and then we go into a low pass, and then back to the normal again. And then over down here I thought I'd do some more experimental ones. So here I've got the dying robot, but it's quite full on, and it took out a lot of the high end. So basically I just mixed in the dying robot. Gives it a vowel-y kind of robotronic edge. And then another similar one over here, similar robotronic style, but different sound, rare earth materials. It gives it a bit of a metally, foley kind of part to the sound. You can see in the spectral part of the filter right at the top, it's got these sort of ringing harmonics, So again, I just mixed that in that one, and yeah, just moving the moving the layers around until I found like a cool groove. Okay, ignore the little clicks on the files. I mean, that, if I was really being perfect, I'd cut them out, but this is just a demonstration, really. But yeah, so we've taken already that, singular bass that had no variation in, and created like a much more interesting bass line. And all I did was just select some different filter presets on different channels, And then, so I thought I'd bounce that out into one brand new file. So I've got that over here, and we'll just do a little bit more processing here. So here's the file with all the filter movements on. I say movements, they're not, I haven't really moved the filters, I've just used the colour of the filter and then hocketed between the colours, basically. But because the filter colours are like different, they kind of take some content out of the sound always, you know, so the filtered parts will be a bit quieter, essentially. So what I thought I'd do is I'd better like gel everything back together with a bunch of saturation. So this is where I use the Kilohearts shaper table then for the distortion. And I found a lovely preset on here called Kick Symmetry, which really smashes up the power of that sound. It really is a nice powerful saturation. A little bit verging on distortion at 100%, so I'll just mix this one in. It seems to mix pretty well, this the sound here. So yeah, mixing that in was really nice, and then after that, tidying up the sound a bit with a bit of mid-side EQing, just taking out some of the stereo in the low end, just to sort of tighten it all up because there's loads of reverb and stuff on there. And then I've quickly thrown on a lovely little kick sidechain just for the low end with the multi-pass sidechaining method. So nice and controlled. Up to about 260 hertz and everything below. Sidechain to the kick. Just a little bit here, you can see the amount. Definitely my favourite way of sidechaining at the moment. So yeah, that's basically how I then ended up with that. Which is, yeah, I would just wanted to demonstrate these two plugins and me using them for the first time and how I would use them. So yeah, great to use that shaper table for a bit of parallel saturation on the whole channel. Not too much though, because it's got a lot of low end and I don't want to destroy the low end by over distorting it. And yeah, making use of the various different filter table presets by creating some different parts to the bass line that have different tonality. And yeah, that sounds really nice then. It gave a whole lot more variation and very quickly and easily. So I really like those two plugins. Thank you to Kilohearts team as well. Thank you to Stu and everyone else at Kilohearts for sorting me out always with the newest stuff. And yeah, that's it for today. Just a really short little tutorial today, just to give you hopefully a little creative idea on how you can add some spice into your arrangement through some simple and effective post-processing creative flair. Alright my Gs, thank you very much. May I quickly remind you, I have one-on-one sessions available. You can book me as your personal guide and tutor and accountability buddy to help you level up with your music, and I can target all the areas where you are weak in and we can improve on those together. Links to book sessions with me are down below. Calendar syncs up to your time zone, so wherever you are in the world there'll be something hopefully available for you. And secondly, and not leastly, I have a wonderful Patreon community as well. We're mostly active on Discord. That's the real heart and soul of my community, and we've got a load of cool people in there that are just better humans than I am, to be honest, and they're probably going to help you with your mix down just as much as I am, because they've got some really talented guys in there. So come along and join us if you'd like. And thirdly, as you saw earlier, my current presets are not on sale, but available to buy. But it's a really great pack, the Current Dimension. I spent loads of time getting that. So if you've got Current and you haven't got that pack, I don't know what you're doing. But if you don't have Current, then I understand if you don't buy that pack, because you wouldn't be able to use it. But if you have got Current, honestly, it's a great one. Finally, mixing and mastering is always available. I've recently upgraded my listening setup a bit. I've got this wonderful cryo copper cable for my Audazes, and it sounds excellent. And I'm just listening back to all my old tunes now. I'm thinking, whoa, I could have done better here. And now I've got even better listening quality. My mastering is going to be next level now for the next people who book me for that. But anyway, much love, my Gs. More from me very soon. Take care.